If we stop and realize the Christ within, they can do nothing on the outside. We don't have to shoot nobody. All we have to do is realize our Christ consciousness within. Once that wisdom and that love merge, they call that in mystic studies the phoenix rising, a fully realized Christ conscious being. The one that comes is the one who tells you who the Christ is and makes the way for the Christ. Now, the people that do the thing in church where they can't contain themselves, it's because they can only process this energy through their lower three chakras. It stops before it gets to the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the energy center where you realize the divine love. The love of the great mother. When you look in the stars at night and you see what looks like it's black in the background, that is the womb of creation itself. We are within that womb. Within that womb of creation, the essence, they call it dark matter. In ancient Egypt, we called it the Nun, N-U-N. Now, the Catholic Church has suppressed the nunnery. I'm going to evict the Pope and all of his pedophile priests, so don't worry about that. He have to go. He already know he have to go, and he's shaking scared. All of them are. They know. Anyway, Mama said they got to go, they got to go. So the next thing is, if they allow you to become filled with that love that fills that fourth chakra, that heart chakra, at the same time you facilitate that love energy, you cannot be oppressed. It's not possible. It's not possible. They are aware of this. So now, to shorten it up, the Holy Ghost is the energy that we receive from heaven through our mitochondrial processing at its optimum capacity, pure spirit, into our physical bodies, making our whole bodies filled with the light of the Christ. Where it says in the Bible, where both eyes become single, thine whole body shall be filled with light. This is what they call the Holy Ghost. This is not the myth, but if you pay attention, look at the art. In the Catholic Church, the Holy Ghost is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, right? It's the three-part, the Trinity. But where did the Catholic Church come from? Well, it came from Constantine assembling people. But where did they get their doctrine? I just told you it came from Egypt. How do I know this? The Trinity. What are the Trinity in Egypt? It's Osar, Aset, and Heru. This is the Trinity, but the culture is patriarchal. In order to suppress the woman and keep us from realizing our greatness, when a realized man and a realized woman become one, this is what they call the marriage of the Christ. Both fully realized, divine masculine, divine feminine in Egyptian terms. When they both become fully realized, at that point, they become like the remote control batteries. And they can change reality together in a moment's notice. That is what this whole conflict of what they call good and evil has been about. Because all of us are born with a blocked heart chakra with something that they call black goo. You have to go through a certain amount of refinement in order to get enough love energy to break through the black goo. That reference will also be in the link. So not to hold y'all too long on this topic, I didn't see any questions pop up, but I will go into more information over time. I can't give y'all the world in a day. But just know this. I'm about to change everything right in front of y'all face. Everything. All of them gotta go. Watch what I say. As my mama would say, mark my words and check your mind. Because I'm going to be with you all the time. Pay attention. Don't miss the signs. They are telling you their time is up and mama is on her way home to collect her righteous children. So those who are not prepared to receive the full love of the Christ, that energy will be too much for your broken down, ill bodies to contain. The love is so great, I cannot put it in words, nor can I put it in glyph form where your brain would be able to grasp the love of the divine. So we was talking about actually what exactly is the Holy Ghost, Jenna. You probably missed most of the video. I'm going to post it on my site so you can go back over it, because the Lord has called you and you act like you don't hear me when I'm talking. So pay attention, sister, because I'm going to do a brief over of everything I just did. I'm not going to do the full lecture, but just to give y'all newcomers a quick brief, and then I'm going to post it. I want y'all to go back because I got to put the references in the link so they can understand. So the Holy Ghost is the spirit that comes in to animate the human body through the mitochondrial. The matrix is in the mitochondrial. This is how they're telling us we are trapped. Because our bodies is so sickly that we cannot facilitate the rapid introduction of heavenly energy into this corruptible body. This is what it say: you was born in iniquity and shaped in sin. It's not that you are automatic sinner. First of all, because they don't tell you this in the church, but sin was not an act. It was a god out of Babylon. And to be a sinner was to practice the rites of that god known as sin. This is all verifiable. And as I go through the video, I'll be adding references everywhere I see I need to add them. And y'all can go over the references. This is important information. And this is how y'all going to know the real from the fake. Because everything I'm going to say, I'm going to give you a reference for you to look it up. And it's going to make sense when you tie it all together. Because this devil got to go. And I'm about to run him out of here. So the energy that comes in through the mitochondrial accelerate the chakras, which are your boosters, your energy boosters, your relays, like they have on the electric line. And as this energy fills your whole body, it illuminates both sides of the brain. Once both sides of the brain are fully illuminated with this love energy and this wisdom, at that point right there, you become fully realized Christ conscious and you cannot be oppressed. There's nobody that can oppress you. And you get to realize your birthright. For those who consider themselves African Americans or black and they read the Constitution, you know the 3/5 compromise say that those who they call slaves can only be taxed 3/5. There's a reason that they were not allowed to tax them in totality, and it's not because of their status in servitude. The reason being is because the other 2/5 is God. You can't tax a God, but the God not woke. You cannot tax a God. They know this. Now, I'm gonna give you another piece of information. I didn't want to give y'all too much, but I'm gonna give it to you. You cannot tax a God, you cannot oppress a God. But if the God doesn't use his will, you can have it until he decides he wants it back. In everything that they are doing is to suppress your will. They want to use it, and it's produced in the real world. It looked like money. It looked like money. From a young rapper named Triple X. This shit heavy. So I'm gonna do some invites because this is very unexpected, unintended. But I gotta put this out in the public domain. I gotta tell the people what the fuck they doing. So this young kid in my head, he keep telling me, bro, you got him, bro. You got him. Don't bag off of him. It's him, bro. He a rotten motherfucker. He's no good. And I was investigating young Dolph shooting. Triple X say I ain't dead, bro. But you talking to me, but I ain't dead, bro. He said, you gotta listen to me, bro. It's about the frequencies. They fucking with the frequencies. That's what my whole shit was about, was the frequencies. I was trying to tune us back into the right frequencies. Bro, you gotta tell him, bro. You got him. You got him in the right where you need him, bro. It's expose that shit. Put it out in the public. Let the people decide. Tell him what I'm telling you. He ain't no good, bro. He's a fake. He a fraud. He ain't no good. All he want to do is get that dead celebrity status money. That's where he at. He's trying to get dead celebrity status money. Status money. That's all it's about. He said this is they got him, bro. They got Young Dolph, bro, and they.
Give me number 5. Come on, we halfway there.
Yeah,
the 10 Ride Commandments.
Yeah, number 5 would be Ooh, I like that one. Honor thy mother and thy father, that their days may be long.
Honor your mother and your father. I like that one. I respect that one. Give me number 6 of the 10 Ride Commandments.
Do what you ought to do and what you know you ought to do, without
All
no
right.
extras. You can add extras if you want to.
So that's like sticking to your word.
Not, you don't have to be your word.
Okay.
You know, as a man,
Do what
you have
ought
to work.
to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, it's best found in stoicism.
All right.
You know, you do what you know you're supposed to do. You don't nobody tell you. Don't nobody have to tell you that you need to get your flat changed when you get a flat tire in your car.
Okay.
You know you have to do it. You can't go nowhere without it. If you know you ought to do something, just do it. You know. The next is avoid greed.
All right. That's 7. Avoid greed.
Avoid greed. Greed right there, it'll keep you in the lowest possible vibration, and it's the wrong time.
Avoid greed. Avoid greed. Okay. All right. We number 8 of the 10 Ride Commandments. This basic. I might ask y'all this. I wonder if y'all got 10 commandments, and y'all can say, yo, man, just these are the 10 articles of faith we're going to deal with, and if y'all in my community, this is how I operate. So we at number 8.
Number 8 was let your God light shine.
Let your God light shine.
At all times.
I respect that.
Don't fear it. Don't fear. Other people are going to fear when your God light starts to shine, and they're going to give you every excuse for you not to let it shine.
Okay.
But you have to not surrender your will, which is number 9. Never surrender your will, which should have been number 1.
Hold up. Number 8 was what? You shine your God light?
Yep.
Shine your God light. And number 9 is never fear.
Never surrender your will.
Never surrender your will.
Now that kind of like seemed contradictory in a group society, but this is the method. You're not supposed.
Hold up. Run that back because I want you to say that so people can hear what you just said clear. As far as the group society, run that what you just said.
Right. So it might seem difficult not to surrender your will.
Okay.
In a group society because you seem like, or you would believe that because you're in a society with other people that you have to surrender your sense of self in order to fit in, which is not the case.
Go ahead. I like that. I like where you're going with this. This makes sense. I liked it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so surrendering your will, you don't do that. What you do is you find people that believe in your core belief systems, your
facts.
You
I like
do right by other people, treat people well, have a good heart, and all that kind of stuff. And once you find that, you align your will. You don't surrender. Joe said
on your channel how he feels about the ego. How you feel about the ego? And what do you? Hold up, Joe. He got one more. He got one more after the 10 Ride Commandments. After the 10 Ride Commandments, we're going to ask them about the ego tripping situation. So we at number 9. Never surrender your will. Give me number 10 as the 10 Ride Commandments.
Number 10 would be, if you don't surrender your will, you're going to pretty much be good. But always, when you are letting your God light shine, do not start from the beginning.
What do you mean? You got it.
I'm about to break it down into a rule.
You said number 8 was let your God light shine.
Right.
So give me number 10.
So number 10 is that when you preparing to let your God light shine, You have to calibrate your brain to accuracy. So number 10 would be always seek accurate information.
Seek accurate information.
Yeah.
How can one discern what's accurate and what's not accurate in these days?
Okay, now it's a process of calibration. It's not about determining what's accurate or not, because your God self is gonna sort it once you condition your physical self to tune in to what the God self is saying. And you do that by always asking yourself when you get done assimilating a piece of information is it accurate? And if it's not, where is it accurate? Over time, you're going to condition yourself to accuracy of information. Then you're going to automatically see when something's out of place. That's not right. That's wrong.
All right. Okay, so my question, I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna go over the 10 commandments that you said.
Yeah.
All right, for all the people that was watching on his channel, everybody that's watching on my channel. All right, so the first commandment was love your neighbor as yourself. The next one, family first. The next one was raise your child. The next one was what? Treat people right. Yeah, treat people like yourself. You said it's a difference between loving somebody and treating somebody.
Right.
So your fifth rule was honor your mother and father. The sixth rule was do right. Do right. I don't get that. We're gonna run back to do right.
Do what you ought. Do what you ought to do.
Oh yeah, do what you ought to do. What you supposed
to do.
All right. Number 7 was avoid greed. Number 8 was let your God light shine. Number 9 was never surrender your will.
Right.
And number 10, you said was seek accurate information. Mm-hmm. So my question is this. I only got one question in this. Where do you put God in this? Because I didn't see God in none of these things as in the 10 commandments. Where does the God and the spirituality go in this? Because
number 8.
What you say?
Number 8.
Number 8. Let your God light shine.
Yeah, because if you ain't got no God light, if you ain't got no God, you ain't got no God light.
Okay, I respect that.
And all of those things, when you put them together, are expressions of that light.
All right, I respect that.
So when they say, I am my creator, I one, this is what they're talking about.
Okay. So you take that to number 8. All right, that's cool. I just wanted to know, because it's a lot of people, you going to see, like you being on Facebook, you being in different places, you touch different people. Your battery get run out, so we get in the interview. Mm-hmm. All right, but we'll continue it on my channel.
Yeah, let the phone die.
Yeah, we'll
continue.
All right. Like I was saying, like we got, when you speaking on Facebook, you speak in public, you got different people coming from different walks of life. So if you say let your God light shine, my God might not be your God. How do you deal with that?
I don't, because I cannot tell you who and what your God is. I can only tell you who and what my God is.
Okay, I respect that. I say that a lot too.
Just because I accept who and what my God is, does not mean I will accept yours. Example, I accept the Christ in the New Testament, but I do not accept the beast in the Old Testament.
Okay.
I don't accept that one that was busting up people when Bible dividing their language so they can't communicate. That's the devil, divide and conquer.
Okay.
Right there in our face. But that one in the New Testament that said, love thy neighbor as thyself, and whoever treat one of these children right is the greatest. That's the one I like.
Okay, I respect that.
But I can't tell nobody, like a person can worship a rock if they want to. That's their option. They surrender their will to a rock. Surrender your will to a rock. That's your God.
All right. So I got one more question for you before we're going to end the interview.
What did that brother ask that we were supposed to go back to?
He asked you about ego. How do you feel about ego, and what do you consider to be ego?
That's the matrix.
What do you mean that's
okay,
the
now
matrix?
let me show you where the ego comes from first.
All right. What do you mean it's the matrix? Because matrix
I'm
means
tie it all together.
Matrix means womb.
Right. Well,
so
we're talking
let's
about
clarify.
right.
Let's make sure you clear.
Okay, when we talk about matrix, we're talking about the illusionary reality we live in, as in the movie.
All right, illusionary movie. All right, I respect that.
Remember when Shakespeare said?
I respect that illusionary reality. I respect that.
Remember Shakespeare said
I respect
the world
that.
is a stage and we all just actors.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is what he's talking about, the ego. Because the ego is developed. When you're born, you have no sense of where you are, what's going on around you on a conscious level. Subconsciously, you can control everything, but you don't know it consciously.
All right.
Okay, so now you don't know, like, how do I fit in this society? So you start watching people's response to who you are.
Okay.
And based on how other people respond, you start to build a personality.
All right.
Once this personality is completed in 7 years, this personality becomes you.
Okay.
But this is what they call a cutout. It ain't the real you. And this is the whole struggle, is to break past the social construct of who you are and get to the divine reality of who you are, the
Okay.
self-realization.
Okay. All right. So, I got one more conclusion question. Before we get off. Far as I got one more conclusionary question. Um, what do you consider to be the devil? Because
The word devil literally...
ho. Let me this. I want to say this.
Okay.
Because, we was talking about the devil earlier, right? And I know when people say the devil, people start going. As soon as I say the devil, they're gonna start catching the Holy Ghost. So, can you please be clear on your perspective and where you stand at, your stance on who and what the devil is in these days and times, and also in antiquity? All right?
All right.
In these days and times and antiquity.
Before we can even deal with who and
right.
what the devil is, we got to first go to the etymology or the origin of the word.
All right.
The word devil only mean your enemy. The word devil, it don't mean no dude with no pitchfork and no horns. It don't mean nobody live in a fire pit. It don't mean nobody live in the ground under your feet. The word devil mean your enemy. So,
All right.
if you go to war somewhere, if you go to war with the dude down the street, he your devil.
Okay.
If you're arguing with the teacher at school, at that moment, that's your opposition, that's your devil.
Okay, I respect that.
That's when you go back to what the word really means.
Okay.
If you want to use the word demon, that don't even mean what people think either. The word demon means a spirit. That's it.
All right.
It is neither good nor bad. It's just a spirit.
Okay.
All right. And these things right here is what confuses us, because we don't even know what the word means, so we get caught up in the sensationalism of dogma. The dogma traps us. So that's what happens with the religions, and that's why people become rebellious to them after so long.
Okay.
And so I don't like pure evil. There is some pure evil, but the pure evil that we speak of had a shelf life, and it's expired.
All right. What do you mean by that? Because I asked you, what is the devil? I'm trying to be clear on what you feel the devil is, bro.
I think the devil.
You know what I'm saying?
The devil is flat out anything that's in opposition to your greatest good.
All right, I respect that. That's clear.
That's the flat out.
I want people to be clear when we talk. I want people to be clear, because a lot of times everybody's juggling their problems, everybody juggling their situations during the live feed. So if I ask you what the devil is, I want everybody to know how you feel about that, so we can move forward, just in case.
The devil is anybody or anything that interferes with you becoming your best self.
Okay, I like that. I can stamp that.
And that's automatically going to make it your enemy.
All right, I can
stamp
that.
Which goes to the word devil, meaning enemy. That's your opposition.
All right, so let me ask you. That's all the questions I'm gonna ask. Matter of fact, can you say something else in conclusion? The topic of discussion is, who is Dr. Rod, the Walking University? So can you say something to the people in conclusion? Just give me something, a two minute dissertation of who and what you are and what you represent in conclusion for the people.
In conclusion, basically what I represent or who I am is I'm the crown prince
Okay.
of heaven and earth. I am the last initiate of the Melchizedek priesthood of the highest order.
Okay.
And I'm only now awaiting um, all right. So I don't know if anybody can see this video because my computer not acting right. But this is called The Blood and the Rights. Why the righteous suffer and the wicked seem to prosper. So in understanding what's going on in the world with all of these wars, um, neighborhood killings, street fights, um, slaughterhouses, mass killing of mercy killing the animals, the shedding of the blood. The blood has an energy, and when you are in what they call in India a Kali Yuga, which is a rest state for certain types of humans with extra abilities. These humans, when they're in the Kali Yuga, they're in a dormant state. They're in a hibernation state, like a caterpillar in a cocoon. But under certain circumstances, they can wake up and become very, very dangerous. And so, yeah, right. I've been having problems with it, but I just want to go ahead and put the information out there and see how it rolls. So anyway, in keeping with the Kali Yuga, it is also the cleansing phase in the great cycles of time. So you have various aspects of creation. It's like they use the Trinity in India as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva as a creator god, the sustainer god, and the destroyer god. But what they are indicating is the various aspects of what they call chronos or time. These aspects of time are ruled by a certain type of energy. And the energy that rules it determines what rules must be followed during that period. So then we get to the blood. So the blood of the righteous is allowed to be spilled until they become aware of who they are. So this goes to U.S. Constitution, the 3/5 Compromise, when they said that no black man had any right a white man was bound to respect. That's accurate in that the 3/5 aspect, because that is your RH positive or your monkey aspect, which they have the same thing. And so as long as your 2/5 aspect remains at rest, they are free to reign over you and do whatever they want to do to you until you become 5/5 realized. So now, when we get to the spilling of the blood, this is what keeps you asleep. Because with the blood, it creates a fear, an adrenaline permeating the air. They call it an utmost fear. So when you thinking they saying atmosphere as in a dome around the planet, they saying that too. But your mind is processing two different things. So what is the other part? The utmost. So in order to know what the utmost is, you have to go to your Egyptian studies and find out who is the guy utmost. Because this is the God that they are teaching you to fear. Because utmost, being an atmospheric entity, meaning that he's governor of a aspect of air, So he has to keep a certain vibration in the air in order to keep certain individuals from becoming fully realized. And the only way to do that is to keep the blood and the adrenaline in the air. And so, guy I did a video with before, Tasmaniac, he had a video about adrenochrome, which is the adrenaline. When they sacrifice the babies, like the queen and them over there, they like to eat babies and drink baby blood in they rituals. We never knowing that what they doing in these palaces and in these churches like the Vatican is they are controlling the energy that hold the purse strings of earth. So as long as they can control it. So this is the blood. This is the spilling of the blood. It's to keep you sedated. It's like spraying you with chlorophyll, and it keeps you in a slumber state. It's a ancient Babylonian magic technique. So you will hear people pulling the veil back, talking about this is Babylonian, like this dude sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But this is not what they're talking about. It said the Dawes Roll was aimed to bring Indians into mainstream of American life by making them live like the white man.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's trying to make you be something that you're not.
Okay, go ahead. You going in?
That's out the gate. It's telling you that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what's the next one? The Indian